Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, the Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of Hawk's Cry Cliff. Where, I don't know, presumably hawks are crying about something, they're looking out at Rosalith Castle and just feeling the weight of all the centuries of neglect. It's been 18 years, I think we determined, when we rescued our Chocobo. It's not been that long. Boy, has the country changed in that little time, though. Much has gone wrong.
To leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares.
He has one eye.
Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
The man has one eye.
Yeah,
we need to
does.
stop with this.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines. Boom, boom. Dun, dun,
How far
dun,
do you think your
dun,
mother's reach
dun.
extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. I was trying to get to the edge here so we could get a look at the world around us and kind of see what we're dealing with. And it looks like that might be the castle at Rosaria, and then I don't know what that is over there. But then also, we could just ride a chocobo around if we wanted to. Hi there, you. I like that she just comes running up. It's not that she was, like, summoned via magic or anything. She's always just kind of following us from a bit behind. You know, we don't see her, but she's there. She's there. We're surrounded by killer bees around here. This is an unpleasant landscape. I'm not really feeling in the mood to fight everything out here that moves. I don't feel like it's necessary right now. I kind of want to focus on the plot and progress it a little bit. And find out about the mini peoples. Although I am interested in collecting random objects from the ground. If you were wondering, there is a bit of resistance on the trigger, which is fantastic. I would not be able to enjoy riding the chocobo without that little bit of extra added realism.
Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
No, he wouldn't have.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Aren't,
Jill,
I mean, but
look.
nothing wrong with that.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
It's a funny way of phrasing that. Hi there, you. What you got for
I
sale?
ain't got much, but what's mine is yours. For a price.
For a price. Yeah, I expected that. Increase limit break generation amount by 6%. That's fun. Why are these rolls so expensive? Should we try selling stuff to maybe see if we can afford to
There you
buy,
are.
like, you know, just like spend a bunch of money? So we've got the Coral Sword, which is not as good as the Levin Bolt that we currently have. We also have Invictus. Maybe I don't want to sell either of these. For a mere 1900? To what end? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'll just hoard everything and not worry about
we'll
it.
Be seeing you again.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered.
Oh no.
The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
I wonder who the culprits could be.
To think you could take on the
Who do we reckon?
We're going hunting.
That's not a reference to our action. Hey, it's that dog again! It's that dog what stole the letter that one time and also was barking at that dead woman in that field. That dog gets around, man.
Time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Well observed, well observed. I'm going to steal your possessions. I hope you don't mind. I'm taking your 10 spools of skin. Spools of man, language is difficult, isn't it? It's very difficult to communicate. I don't even know why I bother sometimes. Maybe it is better to just, you know, be quiet and observe.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
That's kind of cool.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
Okay,
think these
so let's
firebrands
not
the
trust this
Empire's looking
fella.
for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
I'd say it's a fair, assumption that they're probably after us, but let's not assume that we're the only people they're after.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
Nothing sus about this introduction.
What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
So I believe the village they're referring to is the one that we went and visited that one time where when we were leaving, they were like, please come back. And I said, well, when we do, you'll be on fire and everyone will be dead. And then we came back through and it was on fire and everyone was dead.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
I can't imagine there being anything here we can't deal with. Oh, it's a Jedi. It's just a Jedi robot creature here. Oh man, I thought we were gonna get like a good stealth attack in there. Not that I think that's a thing that's in the game. It doesn't really emphasize stealth at all.
The Mothercrystal's collapse.
That's normally a much better ability to use when you're close enough to actually cause harm to someone. Oh, you son of a gun! Oh, thank you, Torgal. I appreciate that. Doing great work down here. Why are these guys poking around? That doesn't really check out at all, if you think about it. There's no reason for them to be here. Also, it kind of doesn't look like it matters what path we take, other than the one ahead is slightly more wide open, which suggests that maybe there will be more bad guys, and therefore more loot. Or maybe not. Oh, it's just plant guys. I don't want to fight them. Also, whatever that is, that looks like it might heal the plant guys. If they oh, and there's also just a black shield there. I think we could probably slip past them. Never mind. I guess we could probably do battle with them, if that's what it comes down to. Jeez. That's a little overkill. Alright, Jill, listen, I got it, alright? I don't need your help on that. If you want to go fight someone else, that would be swell. Man, it takes these guys a while to recover from that, doesn't it? They really don't like electricity. Who would have guessed? That was a pretty straightforward encounter. Oh wow. Okay, that's a dragon. So is that... Oh, that's over here. Right. I didn't really explore any of this. We just kind of carried on. I'll come back and explore it later. Now's not the time, really. I mean, what are we going to find over there that's of any interest? It looks like we could have actually taken that route to get to where we're going. It looks like it might actually lead down here. But it definitely feels like the game intended us to progress along this path. So I suppose that's what we're going to do. These look like the ruins of some ancient spaceship. We're sticking with aliens. The Red Star! There's something sus with the Red Star. We don't know what, but we're sticking with that. I'm telling you. Space station. Aliens. Humans from another planet. Or this is just like a human planet and then aliens came. And then that's why we have Mothercrystals. And maybe this... I don't know. I can't decide which I like more or which one I want to go with more. Like, were we the Fallen and we used to have an advanced civilization? Was it aliens? That guy that showed up earlier, he looked like an alien. He looked like he came right out of a Halo. So I feel like it could be that. But I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. I've not really landed on one for sure yet. But we'll get there eventually. Is this the path we need to take, or is this doubling back on us? This is just taking us over here where maybe we can see ahead to where we're going? Okay, so we do actually need to be down there as opposed to up here where we are. And I don't know. It looks like the... Is this... It looks like that's a bridge there. So it looks like we're going to be coming across the top of that thing. Like that viaduct there, when we definitely do need to be lower down. What if we are just heading in the wrong direction? What if what I interpreted to be the path the game intended us to take is taking us just the wrong way? Although it is now rapidly... There's a big decline here. So we're heading downhill. It might level off with the ground. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're just going to have to go through these guys. And I'm ready for them, honestly. I'm ready for whatever this is. Watch this. See you guys later, nerds. Into the air you go. That guy just wandered into it. Didn't even have to try to pick him up. Up you go. And then let's just stand in the middle and... If I, like, do this now... Oh, yeah, okay. It does damage to them when they're in the tornado. Good job, everyone. Okay, can we get over there? Can we get down there? Yes, we can just throw ourselves right off. Or we probably could have walked around right there, too. Good. So we're not crossing at the top of the viaduct. I guess, yeah, it was just giving me options. This is overkill for a single spider. But we got somewhere to be. We don't have time for this. It'll recharge before we hit another combat encounter, I'm sure. Because it looks like we're going to hit whatever this spot is on this bridge and maybe get ourselves a bit of a cutscene.
Blood, Clive.
That was a hard transition from us sprinting over the blood. Like a distractingly hard transition.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Oh, and then he just repeats it. How good would that
I'll
be?
show you
Very
a true
funny.
shield
So I was absolutely wrong. I thought we were going to get like an extended cutscene of some kind, and that is just not what happened. This guy's priority right now. So actually, none of our bigger abilities have been recharged. That's all right. That's okay. I think that guy was a healer, which is why I targeted him specifically. I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing, based on the fact that he had a hood and a staff. Definitely big, like, party mage energy. Definitely don't want heals going on in the middle of this fight. Jeez. This guy has like infinite health.
Stay down.
The stomping was a little bit more violent than anticipated. We're not getting any renown for fighting these guys, throwing that out there. The world doesn't care.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
It feels like we're running into a trap, though, surely. Like, everyone's just going to get decapitated when we walk in, and then they're going to kill us. Why spring the trap? Why do what they want when we could just go around it and carry on? This is their only bit of leverage. They're not just going to kill everyone here, because then they won't have any leverage anymore. That was odd. I don't know why we jumped there. Yeah, go ahead, push the door open, I guess. What's the worst that could happen?
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
I guess they don't have any leverage anymore. Guess that wasn't important to them. We're not meant to recognize any of these people, right?
This was my mother's doing.
But why?
I don't know, but
Why
I
would
can't wait to
anyone-
kill that woman.
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to want to come back here at some point in the future.
Won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
That's a safe bet, actually. No, she makes a good point. Okay, I guess we'll carry on then. I mocked the idea of ever wanting to come back here, but who knows, at some point in the future, I might come back here and we'll search for hidden loot or treasure or whatever.
Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Faster!
I mean, what if we just, like, ran whatever blockade they might have on Chocobo back? Who's this guy?
No need to ride from here.
I disagree. I feel like riding in on that Chocobo sets a pretty good standard for what people should expect out of us.
Did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
Yeah. Is this something that we can take? I'm sure there's other interesting things in the barrels as well, Clive. I know you're only really interested in the contents of the large wooden boxes, but I just feel like we need to expand our horizons. There's probably more goods to be had.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
Okay, hear me out, right? This is just a concept. I feel like this was done on purpose. Like, someone's gonna figure this out if we don't put enough obstacles in the way. I was gonna say...
But this is their home.
Could we not simply climb over this and go there and kill Mom? Is that not an option? I understand that in the game we can't. But, like, in the world of the game, could we not simply do that? I know we're going to Port Isolde, but I mean, come on. Let's just cross the bridge and do the thing. I'm invested in this concept right now.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
I doubt that she wouldn't. Thank you. Yes, that's what I thought. Hi there.
Girl.
This is going to make traveling much faster. This is the best thing ever. Oh my gosh, wait, can we go to the beach? I don't want to fight these guys. I'm not actually interested in fighting these guys. I just wanted to see if we could actually run on the beach on our chocobos. And we can, and it's fantastic. This is stunning. This is beautiful. This is everything I've ever wanted out of a video game and more. We can fight, of course. We absolutely can fight. Kind of. It's just ridiculous is the issue. And it takes forever. I don't think she has any, like, special abilities. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a normal attack, right? But if I hold down the gallop button and do it, she goes a lot faster. I don't know if that's like a feature or a bug. It wouldn't work if we weren't galloping into a wall, right? But it does work because we are galloping into a wall. That's good to remember later. We might be able to cheese that in some sort of clever way. The silken strands.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
So we did hear about this mere moments ago. There's a whole tent city popped up outside the place. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger, but...
My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-friends dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Old enough for
Fuck off!
Find the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, away with you, filth!
Back to your sties!
We'll cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Big catapult. Slingshot. Swimming chocobo.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
No. No, I'm sure it's going to be crawling with monsters.
As long as it is abandoned.
The monsters or the undead or something like that. Black light burns. I was trying to get a feel
The good
for...
news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I've got the list open here of main quests, and if you're worried about me, like, spoiling myself, the titles of these quests give you nothing, right? Like, the very first one was called Sunrise, Sunset. What does that mean? Doesn't mean, well, I mean, I know what it means. Having played it, I feel like you have to have played through it in order to understand the title, so reading them, like, knowing that the next one after this is Here Be Monsters... Okay, that one's kind of self-explanatory a little bit. But I was just curious to see how far along we were, because I don't really know how long this game is, and aside from just looking at the How Long to Beat website and seeing kind of like generally how long it's taking people. But I kind of wanted an idea of where we are in the story. I'm trying to like keep mindful of that.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
This looks like a chest over here, but it appears that it's actually 2 sacks and not a chest, so I was wrong. This also looks like it's going to end up being a dead end in here, and probably a monster-infected courtyard.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
There's no reason for us to fight. We can be friends, or we can just leave.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Okay, no, see, now you're making it like this. Anything that happens next is your fault. You could have just let us go. You clearly want a fight, then.
Or not.
I'm not gonna feel bad for what happens next, because they brought it upon themselves. They wanted this. Just remember that. This is what you asked for! Get in there. The lightning that keeps them on the ground for a while. They really struggle to get up from that. Enemies bested indeed. More like enemies blasted, am I right? Can we upgrade that now? Do we have enough points to upgrade that? We have 1,690. It kind of feels like we probably shouldn't be wasting upgrades on that,
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Oh my gosh! No! Do you not know who that is?
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Oh my gosh! I'd been wondering about these guys.
Forgive me, my lord.
It's
I know
Wade!
not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Now that you've killed so many of our member already.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Can't wait to watch him die in a horrible, tragic way.
We can speak inside.
Are we not going to apologize for his friends? We just sent them up in a tornado. Oh, good, they're alive. They're alive. I stabbed some of them in the chest and wiggled my sword around until they exploded, but they're okay. They've recovered. Fantastic healers here among these, this little band of outlaws.
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
I would love to go with you and have a full-on, like, full-scale battle. That would be cool.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Well, I mean, there was really no reason for you to viciously attack us. We could have just stopped and had a chit-chat about it. I realize it seemed like we were pretty anxious to get out of there. That's just because we didn't want any trouble. But you brought trouble to us, and you brought it upon yourselves at the end of the day. Sorry about stabbing you in the chest and wiggling my blade around,
what little
though.
we have managed to salvage.
I'm still sorry about that. I do still feel somewhat bad about that. Sorry, what is this? Desert Rose? How are we doing? I think we're full on just about everything we could possibly want.
It has been an honor.
It's been your honor, yes. Absolutely, it has been, to serve a Rossfield. Yes, of course. Let's go back to our abilities real quick and see what it's going to... So it's 2005 in order to upgrade Aerial Blast. So we're going to just keep waiting till we can do that. I understand we could upgrade several things in the meantime, but we're simply not going to. Why would we? Why would we ever want to upgrade Phoenix Shift? Although, actually, use the Blessing of the Phoenix to close the gap between a target, both melee. See, I mean, we might as well master that, because we use that in every combat encounter. I'm constantly zipping around. I don't know what mastering it is going to accomplish, but I don't regret my decision. I'm going to stand by that. I think that was the right call to make. And then we'll go ahead and call that there. Oh, actually, something else I wanted to look at while we're in here. We keep talking about these, and then we're going to go over them. So unless we find one that's better at healing than adding 20% potency, we're not going to swap that one out. Gouge damage by 15%. What do you do? Increases Scarlet Cyclone by 8%. That would be the one that I feel like we would most likely be willing to trade. So increase Decrease gouge cooldown. Okay. Reduce flames of rebirth. See, I'm going to go ahead and tentatively put that one there, but we might swap it out again here in a minute. Kind of depending on what else we might find. The Wicked Wheel. I think at this point we've browsed some of these earlier ones in the past already. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stick with what we got there. So we've changed one thing. We use gouge. We use gouge a lot. It's a good one to have. All right, Wade, I'm ready.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Wade, I'm going to warn you. I've got a
Nothing
stomach ache
fancy.
right now, probably from the cookie
You,
I ate.
Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment.
I don't eat a lot of
Sensing
cookies,
an
Wade.
Opportunity to end the Guardians. The Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
I definitely expected to find Wade at the first hideaway and was surprised we didn't, but I had a feeling we'd see him eventually.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
I accept your quest. Any side quests to do around here in the meantime? Throughout the main story, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Well, surely he's going to join us, because I think we're going to head and do this immediately. Hopefully he has a chocobo.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Faster!
I see now why we have 3 chocobo, and I see where the third one went. It was for this moment right now, when he could join us, or possibly other people in the future as well. These guys just hanging out here? They're not causing any trouble. I think we can slip past them. Are these our guys? They do— oh, these are like villagers. Or like—
sideways. How was the black?
yeah, no, they're, I guess, fleeing. Yeah, don't worry.
Bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Let's go in on Chocobo if we can. I actually think that would be fantastic. No, we're going to get kicked off of the Chocobo. That's fine. I was just going to sprint while hitting him with our feet again and again. I thought that would be funny.
What is it now?
Would have made for a great
I told
YouTube
you.
short.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
You all know where this is going, right?
Your petty revolution ends here.
Does it?
On these our swords we swear.
Can I do this while they're inside of there? Wait! No! Get him back in! Get him back in! Oh, sir!
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
No! No! They brought a dragon! Well, no, they didn't. They brought a wyvern. That is actually different. Wyverns have little arms on their wings, and a dragon has front talons. So they are actually different, and it does actually matter. No, not more enemies. Wait, what? No! We already did our one big move that we had.
Taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Just like knock that guy down back there. We'll deal with him later. There we go. See, told you. And that was a perfect and very intentional parry, and not at all an accident. Hold on, watch this. We're gonna... Oh, gosh darn, I was trying to do a combo stomp. All right, rip in peace, sir. Where are these guys? What's happening? Come on down here. Good job, everyone. Black Shield's defeated! Oh, they've got a big guy, though.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Oh, he's gonna be fun. Okay, let's go. Come here, dude. I got claws for you. I got claws for days. Oh, it's one of these guys. We fought guys like this before. I know his whole repertoire. And I'm just like currently tanking it right now. And I don't know why. It's not going to hold them, but it'll cause continual damage, and it is currently, like, yeah, we can't see what he's doing, but it is draining his gauge. There we go. And then we're going to wait until right when that stagger gauge is about to expire, and then before he has a chance to get up and move, we're going to do one of these. And then we're gonna pull him down.
Left to keep them occupied.
And then we're gonna do this.
We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
And now he's staggered again. Oh yeah, we're really getting into it now. We're really getting into it now. Hold on, we got to do our big move. Boom! Combination stop. They never see it coming. They never see it coming. We're doing so good. Thank you for your help, Torgal. Thank you for your help. And then just claws for days.
Too slow. Enough.
Is that all of them? Have we defeated the leader? Was that the leader, or was that just like the boss? Is that the heavy that they bring around with them? Oh, good. We got an Imperial Link out of that, and another Dragon Talon.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Wade's about to die.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So Wade,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Or we could cross the bridge that's now clear and kill Mom. Because I kind of feel like at this point we've proven nothing can really stop us. We have the abilities. We are the icon of fire. And have wind and electricity powers as well. And the icon of ice or water, whatever she is with us. And we've got Wade. Wade's survived. He's got plot armor, at least up until now. So...
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall.
I like the uncle.
It is why he remains
Can't wait to meet
ever
him.
Vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Why don't you just come with us and tell him? Would that not be easier?
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
So we've got another membership card. Where are we at? We had Sam's, Costco, Amazon Prime.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again.
This must be our Blockbuster video card. Finally.
Sir Tyler could have
Finally.
been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
And we're just there. Okay, I thought we were going to be traversing some sort of underground. Look, there's the moon with the little space station. Rossfield Manor. We're just there. Okay, no traveling at all. We've just arrived.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
This must be a big man with all that stomping.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
I can see the relation. Look, I'm even wearing Dad's clothes.
Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
Tell him the old family line. Give him the old secret handshake. Was that it?
You would mock me as well?
I'm not even sure what he was attempting there.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod.
Oh, he must have been like a little theater kid.
Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. Oh, you always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
It's going well so far.
You use the good plates, Rutherford.
I'm glad he thought of that. Break out the old theater kid lines.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Why is it lingering on her, and why does she look so forlorn? Also, has it been 3 weeks? Have we been here for 3 weeks? Really?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, They turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
They keep going for the gut with these. Big old emotional, like, sucker punches. They're quite talented at it, really. Okay, alright, I was very confused. I was like, you want me to return to the hideaway? I thought we were going to progress on a big adventure, and go somewhere interesting. You want me to go back to the hideaway? I can. I guess we gotta wait for the ship to finish being outfitted, though. That's gonna take a few weeks. I thought we might just hang out with our uncle. But no, this is fine too. Here be monsters indeed.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Probably. I like how I said I can interpret what Here Be Monsters is, and I was just wrong. Well, until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!